Yeah, so let's talk about this grace period ending. That's kind of the big thing.
You're right. So the biggest thing is that many college students, once they graduate, they look forward to the repayment student loans, and you have a repayment period of 6 months, and after that time period, it's time to pay your loans. So a lot of students are looking for different ways, and so there are some other options that can really help you with paying back your student loans.
Name some of the direct options you can do.
So two in particular from the government is the loan forgiveness program, and one is the public service loan forgiveness program. And so with this program, you have to work for a nonprofit or federal agency or other type of government agency and make 120 qualified payments. And at the end of that term, you get your loans forgiven. Another one, of course, is a teacher loan forgiveness program. And this is a teacher who works for a school for 5 years. And then at the end of that period, you get your loans forgiven as well.
Now, this loan forgiveness program has been in the news quite a bit. I mean,
Yes.
what's the success rate? Is this really something people should dedicate their time to?
It's really, really low. And so the key is there, you really have to dedicate your time to it. And that was an article of a woman who was successful. And she said that every year she contacted them and sent in the required paperwork. But it is really low. And so you have to be really dedicated in order to get their loans forgiven through these programs.
Now, outside the government programs, are there any personal loans or any other way you can restructure the debt to help you out a little bit?
I always say make sure you go to the government's website and see who holds your loans too as well, and then determine what managed options and plans that may be in place that can really help you out. But you want to contact those student loan providers and really see, okay, what's really going on with my loans.
Yeah, everybody always talks about
Yes.
Sally Mae and all the problems that you have. I mean,
Yes.
something you can't get over. As far as managing that in your budget, what do you suggest?
I would suggest if you can't afford it, remember, pick up the telephone and request for a deferment or forbearance if it's really not in your budget right now, because you don't want it to really impact your credit score too as well. But you really have to pick up the phone, contact them, and see what your options are. And there are options. If you can't afford it, it can also reduce it to the amount of income that you actually have too as well. So that's some options that you may have right now.
You always have such good information. And of course, we love to leave everybody
Yes.
out there with the Kin Sense of the
Yes.
week.
Yes.
This week, what do you have for us?
SponsorChange.org. This is a website that partners with nonprofits. And so if you're a person who's looking to get your loans repaid, they provide some type of help. They will give you money if you volunteer, of course, with some of these nonprofits. But you can go to their website and find out more about it. But there's one way to get your student loans paid down.
All right, so great to have you, Kimberly.
Thank you
Of course,
so
we're going to post
much.
this full interview on our website so you can get all the information that you need.